Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It is me, Matt here, and today we are back with a Q&A video. I'm going to be taking random comments throughout my comment history that I haven't answered, and I'm going to be answering them here in this video. Question 1. Can I re-enter the dream in the second D? This was on my video about re-entering dreams using DEILD, and I assume you just made a typo and what you were asking is whether or not you can re-enter a dream a day later and not just right after it's happened, and the answer to that is absolutely yes. Traditionally, when we think of DEILD, we're having a dream, waking up from it, and then immediately re-entering a dream after that. But you can still perform a modified version of DEILD where you think about a dream that you had in the past. It could be yesterday, it could be a week ago, it could be a year ago, and you try to re-enter that dream, and that can work. So simply put, yes, you can. The second comment is, in the past 2 months I've practiced, I've experienced 5 lucid dreams. Is that good for a beginner? So it is really hard to quantify what is good or isn't good as a beginner lucid dreamer. To me, what matters most is your long-term progress. Are you actually going to stick with lucid dreaming and make it a regular habit and actually improve over time with it? Or are you just going to try it out for a little bit, get a bit bored of it and then stop? Because to me, if you have like 30 lucid dreams in your first month, but then you stop and you give up on it, that's not as good as someone that has just 1 lucid dream in their first month, but stays consistent with it, practicing over the years, and keeps building up their lucid dreams over time. Consistency over the long run is, in my opinion, much more important than short-term results that don't actually lead anywhere. To me, the most important question when I'm looking at a beginner and seeing is this person doing well with lucid dreaming or not is 1, are they being consistent with things like their dream journal and the lucid dreaming induction techniques that they're performing? And 2, are they making a clear improvement from where they were at before? Because, for example, if someone is a natural lucid dreamer already, and they have, say, a lucid dream every week anyway, then I'm going to be less impressed with their progress when they're still having 1 lucid dream a week than by someone who starts having 1 lucid dream every couple of weeks but has started from nothing. So for your specific case, if you started from nothing and you weren't having any lucid dreams naturally, and you've gone ahead and you've managed to have 5 lucid dreams in the last couple of months, I think you're off to a great start. Don't worry yourself about how everyone else is doing and whether or not you're keeping up with someone else's progress. Think about the long run. Think about how you're going to have more and more lucid dreams over the coming weeks, months and years. Instead of thinking, how have I done so far? Think about how am I going to keep doing better in future? Next comment, can you create the location in the Sims? So I believe this was on a video where I was talking about ways that you can get to a location in a dream by visualizing that location in some sort of way, like drawing it or making it in a game beforehand in the waking world so that you've seen a representation of it, so it's easier for your subconscious to then create this place in a dream. And you absolutely can use something like The Sims for this. If you just want to go inside a house in your dream, you can design that house in The Sims first. Though I will give a disclaimer, which is the fact that since The Sims is generally viewed from this top-down view, it might not translate so well when you experience that same house in the dream. Things might not be quite where they were in the game. However, if I remember right, then the latest version of The Sims, Sims 4, has an option to go into first-person mode. So what I would recommend doing is building the place that you want, and then actually going through it in first-person mode, so you can perceive it from a perspective similar to the one that you would experience it through in a dream. Okay, next comment. The problem with dream signs, especially in your dreams, is that you are not likely to recognize them because you are dreaming. Well, you're not likely to recognize them if you make no effort to, but the point is, you are recognizing those dream signs in waking life, and then you are telling yourself, okay, the next time I see this, I will know that I'm dreaming. And believe it or not, your memory from waking life carries over somewhat into your dreams, so the fact that you've told yourself to memorize that means that there is a very good chance that you will in fact recognize that thing and become aware that you are in a dream. I have heard quite a few stories now of people having their first lucid dreams in this way when they are kids, because what happens is they have a nightmare and one of their parents tells them, don't worry, what you just experienced is just a bad dream. Remember when you see this again, just to know that it's just a dream. And then they've gone ahead and they've encountered that nightmare again, but they've remembered what their parent told them about it just being a dream, and so they've realised they were dreaming and gotten lucid. This is the same principle that you're using when you're noticing dream signs in your dream journal and telling yourself that you're going to perform a reality check, for example, when you encounter it. Try it for yourself and you'll see that it will actually work. Okay, next comment. Hey again, Matt. From your overall own experience and general knowledge, what's the most effective, best and realistic way to get out of this reality mentally and very vividly? Meditating, lucid dreaming, astral projection, taking or making lucid dream ingredients, smoking, tea, eating? Is there anything else? If so, which one and why for a beginner who has minimal knowledge? I really want to visit a strong vivid fantasy. So I've experienced many ways of quote unquote getting out of this reality. And to answer your question, if you want to experience a strong vivid fantasy of something, then lucid dreaming is simply the best way to do that. You essentially get placed in a sandbox that you can play around with in any way that you like. Your imagination is your only limit. You can experience whatever you want to. So yeah, to answer your question, lucid dreaming, hands down. There are certainly other ways to mentally get out of reality, from things like deep meditation to things that would get me demonetized if I talked about them, but there is nothing that is really remotely comparable to the experience of a lucid dream in terms of just being able to live out a fantasy of your choice. Next comment. Hey beautiful soul, can you do a script to quit smoking forever please? This was on one of my hypnosis videos I believe, or maybe on my video about self-hypnosis. Can I be honest here? I would try that because that is a great thing to do. I quit smoking myself and it is a nasty habit and I think anyone that's doing it should try and stop. But that is a very tricky thing to write a hypnosis script for, because when you are trying to implant suggestions in your subconscious, if you want to have less of something, it is important not to mention that thing you want less of. Don't start saying to yourself, don't think about pink elephants, don't think about pink elephants, don't think about pink elephants, because what are you going to do when you say that? You are going to think of pink elephants. So similarly, if you start saying things in your script about how I'm going to stop smoking, you're just reaffirming the word smoking to yourself over and over again, and potentially going to make the problem worse. I've actually listened to a few of these stop smoking hypnosis tracks on YouTube before, back when I was trying to quit. And there is a scary number of them that do just script it that way. They say, you are going to stop smoking, not realizing that they are in fact likely further entrenching your habit by mentioning smoking as part of the script. So to actually make an effective hypnosis for getting off smoking, you would probably need to skirt around mentioning actual smoking, but then it gets kind of hard to figure out a way to emphasize that you're going to stop without ever talking about the thing that you are going to stop. I guarantee there are people out there who have come up with great scripts like this, but I have to admit my own limitations, and I think that is beyond my capabilities. I would be too afraid to make something that in fact makes your smoking habit worse, so unfortunately I don't think I'm going to attempt that. However, while we're on the subject of hypnosis, would you guys like to see any more hypnosis or guided meditation tracks from me, be that about lucid dreaming or about anything else? If you would, let me know down in the comments below and let me know exactly what you would like to see. Before we go, I'd just like to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by you guys. If you would like to level up your lucid dreaming experience, or you would like to support what I do with making these videos, then check out the Lucid Dream book. There'll be a link in the top right hand corner or down in the description below. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this one, subscribe and enable all notifications so you can stay up to date when my new videos come out. And if you want to keep watching, check out one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you there soon. Take care and have some awesome lucid dreams.